I'm Melissa.
I'm Jillian.
And I'm David.
And we're Disabled Disney. Hi, and welcome to our weekly video. I'm Melissa.
I'm Jillian.
And I'm David.
And this video is called Guest Services Part 2.
We've got a part 2?
Part 2.
Hi.
Yes. So Disneyland is the happiest place on earth. And they really go out of their way to have services available to help people. The majority of them are free, but some of them do have a cost, and we'll talk about that. And some of the stuff I just found out recently I didn't know about. I was doing research and I found it, so it's exciting. So me trying to help you guys gives me new knowledge.
And knowledge is power.
And it's always great to learn stuff. So the first thing that I wanted to tell you guys is when you first walk into either Disneyland or California Adventure, and I don't know if Disney World is this way, I'll have to ask somebody that's been to Disney World, but it probably is.
Our guess is that it would be.
When you first walk into the parks, in Disneyland it's on the left side, and in California Adventure I believe it's on the right side. There's a little like wooden stand with little holders in it, and there is multiple languages of the Disneyland map. We didn't get all of them.
So it's French,
Hold it for a second.
Chinese, Portuguese. I can't read this one. Korean. I can't read that one backwards either. Japanese. And then Italian.
They have more. I just picked those ones up.
There's one
So-
in German, I know for a fact.
Espanol.
There was other, I'm
And
sure there's one in
Spanish, yeah.
Spanish. There's other languages. I didn't get them all, and some of them they were out of when we were there.
Next time we're gonna have to grab the ones we don't.
But, so if your native language is something other than English, and these maps are super cool because, like, it has all the explanation stuff in the language it is. So,
As you can see here, we'll hold up the Chinese one.
it does have the names of like the attractions and stuff in English, but then the descriptions are in the language. And all the little extra things are in the language. The information thing is in that language.
And this is the Portuguese one.
All the rules and stuff is in that language.
Gotta admit,
So it's
Disney goes
really a
all
great
out.
benefit to anyone that has other languages. So, and if you decide you want to collect park maps, which some people do, go grab a couple in another language. That will be interesting to add to your park map collection.
Not everybody would have those because not everybody would think about grabbing
No,
the alternative languages.
right. So if you do speak another language or know somebody that speaks another language, point them out that they can go pick up a map in their native language. Speaking of maps in other languages, by City Hall there is a map that is completely in Braille. So if you have someone that is blind, they have that available. They also have the audio translators available, which I think next time we go, we're going to go rent one and check it out just so we can see what that's like. And they also have, on the audio translators, they also have a screen. People that are hearing impaired that will put the words of things on the screen, and you can get sign language interpreters at certain shows on certain days, and they have that. You can find that information out, what days and times, and if you need to request one, that they have the sign language interpreters at the different shows. You can find out when those are by contacting guest services. All right, something else we didn't cover in our previous guest services video, they have a kennel on site. So if you have fur babies that are not, I'm gonna say this really loud and clear, that are not service animals. Service animals are of course allowed. That's ADA compliance, they have to allow them. But if you want to take your fur babies because you don't have anybody to watch them, they are not allowed in Disneyland. But they do have a kennel, and there is a small fee for it. I'm not sure what the fee is. I did talk to a nice young couple that was taking their pet out, and they told me all about the kennel service, which is, there is someone there, but they don't do anything for your pet. You have to come out, take them out to go to the restroom, to feed them, to give them water, spend time with them. And there is a certain time period, I believe it's 4 hours, so you have to come out and tend to your pet every 4 hours. But people that really want to bring their pets with them on vacation, but you know, you don't want to leave them in like a hotel room by themselves all day, they have this option, they can go in the kennel. So I think that's a really great service.
And some of the hotels won't let you just leave them in the
That's true.
the hotel room unattended.
That's true. So, which I understand, you know. The next thing that I wanted to touch on, because I was asked this question, the ECV rental place will charge your power wheelchair or your own mobility scooter for you if you want to leave it with them for a while to charge. Now, the other thing that we have done is we've bought an external power device, and it gives me an extra, I don't know,
Sorry.
it was like hour and a half or so of runtime on my mobility scooter, because my mobility scooter always runs out of power by the time we're there. And I think it was like $100. We found it online. Just search for charger with AC output if you wanted to get one of those.
Yeah, so basically, here's what it is. That's showing that it's full charge and has these outlets turned on.
This one also happens to have ports for
USB as well.
So you can charge cell phones and anything else that you want to, but we did take it to charge my mobility scooter, and we got some more time out of my mobility scooter that way. We also did we find plugs and plug it in if it needs to. Disney has never told us we couldn't do that. They've never told us to move anytime we've done it. So
even when we were, unfortunately, slightly blocking the exit of where the cast members came out of the Blue Milk Station,
yeah, we were.
One of the cast members looked at me, looked down, saw what we were doing, and then just smiled and walked away. Did not say a word. No. So I think she was going to say something to me, and then saw why I was standing where I was, because the scooter was over a little bit, but I had the battery next to me on the ground.
We took the battery out and put it over there. We had the scooter over so it wasn't directly in the way. Because
of how much room we would have taken up if the scooter would have been there, I had that over there. But because of the size of the battery, I did not want somebody to come out and trip over it. So that's why I was standing next to it. So, basically just be like a caution cone. Hey, careful, don't step on this, or don't trip over this. Because I know I would not want to trip over somebody's battery for their power chair, end up twisting my ankle or something, and having a horrible day at Disney, because
not to mention, I think then we definitely get in trouble.
Yeah. You know, I definitely don't want to send somebody to the first aid station when I could have been standing there going, you know, careful.
Or,
all right.
Like put your foot in front of it, like.
So the next question I get asked a lot is, my child has food allergies or food sensitivities, or I have food allergies and food sensitivities. What can I eat at Disneyland? First of all, Disney has been doing really good at catering to special diets. They now have at least one vegetarian item at every place that I've seen. Every place we've been to, they have at least one vegetarian item, and sometimes the vegetarian item is better than the meat item, honestly.
And it's marked. And
yes.
They have gluten-free stuff.
Yep.
Vegetarian stuff.
I will tell you this: that Impossible meatball sandwich you had,
yeah,
those
that
were
was pretty
good.
good. The Impossible meatball thing that they had.
The sub.
Yeah,
really good.
that was part of Food and Wine Festival. Okay, so if you have multiple sensitivities or you're really concerned about it, I would highly recommend that you call Disney Dining to discuss your allergies and your food issues ahead of your visit. That way, if you have reservations, they can attach it to your reservation, and so they know ahead of time at the restaurant you're going to what your nutritional needs and problems are. Phone number for Disney Dining is 714-781-3463.
Which is DINE, right?
Yep, it's 714-781-DINE if you forget. But call the phone number for Disney Dining. They are very good at taking care of your food allergies, your food needs. They will even have the chef come out and talk to you. So if you decide to not call Disney Dining, just show up and deal with it. As soon as you get to the restaurant, tell the cast member that you have special dietary needs. They'll have the chef come out and talk to you. They'll tell you exactly how everything's prepared, so you can discuss if you need to change something, if you're allergic to something, or have a dietary need that is going to be affected by whatever they put in it, so they can change preparation, or they can make you something. Sometimes they'll just make you something out of the ingredients that's not even on the menu because you have special dietary needs. So don't be afraid. Say something. Ask. Disney is very good at taking care of that stuff.
And to Disney, it does not matter if it's because you're allergic to something, or if it's you're just trying to avoid it for health reasons, or if it's a religious reason. They will make accommodations for you whenever possible.
Just talk to them. They'll tell you what they can do. You can discuss it. They're really great about that.
Always ask.
And they will tell you what they can and cannot do. Like, they're not going to make you a vegetarian porterhouse steak, but they will have a vegetarian option. You know, there's not many vegetarian cows out there that are not made out of meat.
But they do have like a sandwich at Smoke Jumper's Grill that is made of jackfruit, and my friend got it when we were there last time. And other than the fact that I thought the sauce was kind of spicy, it tasted pretty much like a barbecue beef sandwich.
They do.
Even with the jackfruit, it was pretty similar in consistency, and the taste was a little bit different, but the sauce...
You don't remember that, huh?
I'm still stuck on the vegetarian porterhouse steak.
Okay, follow me through here. Cows are vegetarians. However, the meat that comes off of them is not vegetarian.
I know that, but why?
Okay, so back to one of the things that I thought was really funny at Smoke Jumpers, excuse me, not Claim Jumpers, Smoke Jumpers,
That's not
was
a Disney restaurant.
No, but again, they have steaks, but. Back to Smoke Jumpers, they do tell you when you order that sandwich, you know there's no meat in it. Unless, I'm sure if you started off with, okay, let's see, I need a vegetarian option, I'll take the jackfruit sandwich, then they'd be like, okay, you know that doesn't have meat in it.
Right. No, I
But-
tried it.
but-
I thought it really reminded me of like a pulled pork sandwich, except that the barbecue sauce was a little spicy for me. I wouldn't be able to eat a whole one.
Dad and I were standing there behind Jason when he ordered it, and
They're like,
the cast member was like, "You
know-
do realize it's vegetarian, right?" And he's like, "Yes, I know."
There's no meat in this.
He's like, "Yes,
Yeah,
I know."
I know. I'm gonna.
He wanted to try it.
He's
I
like,
wanted
wanna
to try it anyway. So
She's like, "Okay."
All right. So the next thing I want to talk about is Max Pass. I get a lot of questions about what is Max Pass. So Max Pass is an add-on you can add to your park ticket, which is $15 per person, ticket per day. You can use it to make Fast Pass selections on your phone. Now a Fast Pass, you got to think of that like a reservation. So what you do with a Fast Pass is traditionally and you can still do this, and this is free. You can go to the attraction that has a Fast Pass. You put your park tickets in the little machine, and it spits you out a little card with a time on it for you to come back. It's a return window. It's normally an hour, and they start off in the morning with the return times being right after, you know, the time, and then as through the day it goes later and later and later until eventually they don't have any more Fast Pass return times. Then you have to go on the standby line if you want to go on the attraction.
Normally, that's like an hour to half an hour before the park closes.
It depends on...
It depends on how busy the attraction
Right.
is and
Sometimes
how
they're
far
sold out
it
of Fast Passes by noon because people book them for the whole day.
Space.
I have
I've
seen
seen it.
Space Mountain completely closed out of
Fast Passes,
Fast Passes. World of Color very quickly. And
World of Color, if you want to do that one, you got to do first thing in the morning or you won't get in to see it. Just
And
FYI.
one thing I've noticed though, certain attractions, it's like one end of the spectrum or the other. Like, you don't, like Grizzly River Run, it'll either be completely booked out of Fast Passes by like 11 o'clock in the morning, or you're going to be able to just walk on the ride. There's no in between.
And that depends on how cool it is outside.
If it's a little rainy.
So, with the Max Pass, what you can do is instead of going to that attraction and getting the Fast Pass, you can book it from your phone. You can have one at a time. You get one, and then it'll give you a time at the bottom. It'll say you can book your next Fast Pass at this time, or once you've used that Fast Pass. So, if your Fast Pass return time's for like 1 p.m., but it says you can't get your next one until 2 p.m., if you go right at 1, as soon as you scan your ticket to get on the ride, you can get on your phone and book another Fast Pass. But that's if they're, and then keep in mind that's if there's any available. The attractions in Disneyland Park that have Fast Passes are Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters, Fantasmic, Haunted Mansion, Indiana Jones Adventure, It's a Small World, Matterhorn Bobsled, Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin, Space Mountain, Splash Mountain, and Star Tours The Adventure Continues. In Disney California Adventure Park, you've got Goofy Sky School, Grizzly River Run, Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, Guardians of the Galaxy Monsters After Dark, which we are going to go on when we go in September for Oogie Boogie's Bash, because that is special for during Halloween. Incredicoaster, Radiator Springs Racers, Soaring Around the World, Toy Story Midway Mania, and World of Color. So, if there's no Fast Pass availability for any of the other rides for the day, if it's gone, then when you go in, it will say no availability. If it says times, then there is availability. So and because with disabilities, you have to get a return time at all of these attractions anyway. We don't normally do Fast Passes. What we do is we will buy one of the Max Pass. So that way, because you also get PhotoPass pictures with it. And PhotoPass photographers are Disney photographers. It's a free service that will take your picture even using your phone. So you can get them to take your picture using your phone. But they will take your picture, and for $15, you can have downloads of all of the pictures you got taken from attractions. So like your Splash Mountain, your Space Mountain, your Radiator Springs Racers, your Guardians of the Galaxy picture, your, what else has pictures?
Incredicoaster.
Incredicoaster. You just get the code from those attractions, enter it on your phone under your PhotoPass. You can get all those for $15 per day if you just buy one for one person. Which, if you just want one, even if you just want one of the ride pictures, it's worth it because they're like $19 when you buy them at the exit. So if you buy it, you can download it and then go home and print it out. Or like I do, I use the app called Shutterfly, have it printed out and mailed to my house and have it put on whatever I want. And you can edit them. I have a whole video on using the Disneyland app and how to edit your videos. So check out that video. But there's plenty of things you can do. So we normally just get it for that purpose because it is really worth it for just the pictures alone. But a lot of times we will do it for all of us in Disney California Adventure because there we do the park a little bit different because everything is ADA compliant and handicap accessible. So sometimes we will get it for everyone in Disney California Adventure. It depends on how things are going and if there's fast pass availability and all sorts of stuff and what time we get to the park and if it's worth it for us. Okay, so the last thing we're going to talk about today is, and I did not know this until the last time we went, Disneyland has free Wi-Fi.
What?
I will say this again. Disneyland has free Wi-Fi for the guests.
What?
All you do is open up your app on your phone to go into your Wi-Fi settings, whatever your phone is. And it says like Disneyland Park or Disneyland Resort or whatever. And you click on it and you can have free Wi-Fi in the park. So you don't have to use your hotspot, your Wi-Fi if you get charged, if you don't have like, or if you have bad service, like sometimes we have bad service at certain places in the park. I did not know this until the last time we went, but yes, Disneyland has free Wi-Fi. And I'm assuming Disney World does too, because most of the stuff that Disneyland has that's free, Disney World has too. So next time we go, we're going to be using it. So I can tell you what that's like after we use it. But yes, Disneyland has free Wi-Fi for all its guests. You learn something new all the time. All right. Anything else you want to add about guest services?
Disneyland has Wi-Fi?
I guess she's a little
Yes, she's doing that. Any questions, leave it below. I will try to answer them as best I can. Any comments? If you like the video, give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe icon, bell, and the bell to be notified when we upload a new video and go live, which we are doing weekly now on Mondays at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Please check what time that is in your time zone. And have a magical day.
Support us on Patreon for special content and Disabled Disney swag.
Make sure you check out our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest pages.
Hit that subscribe and bell icon to be notified when we upload a new video.
We really appreciate the likes, comments, and subscribes. Now, check out more content from our channel by clicking in your upper right-hand corner on the next video.